Okay, so to start out what you're looking at, this is the drive into the Disney property. It is an island on an island, so that's why you're crossing a bridge right here. Now, I will not talk the entire time so that you can kind of get some of the ambiance of what's going on around. I will say that I did take this over the course of an entire day at different parts of the day, so you may notice the atmosphere changing or there being construction happening. This is all based on areas that I am. Now, this particular gentleman up here is a cast member who will wave at you as you pull in and leave the hotel grounds. Now, he's not always there. They do this until about 5 o'clock. 8 o'clock-ish is when I believe they start, but there's always somebody there. Now, that was a quick pan past the Mickey Topiary and Shadow Doghouse. Now, the Shadow Doghouse is, I guess, an unofficial mascot of the Disney Hilton Head Resort, because it's not an official Disney mascot as far as I know. So what you're seeing right there is under hotel parking, which we'll come back to a little later. So right now what we're doing is we're walking down the path that is in the front of the hotel by buildings 11 and 12. I will say this, you'll notice a little later, buildings 11 and 12 are the only buildings that have elevators. Everywhere else is just stairs. So you're looking at right here, this is the pathway to the Mercantile and pool and fire pit, and just, it's a pathway. You walk down it, it transitions. You'll notice there's bike racks everywhere, but we transition from the concrete here to a raised wooden platform, and then you have the marsh located on the right, and then other hotel buildings located on the left. Now, depending on what time of day you come here, you can see over on the left there are lights, so this is a lighted path, but the right-hand side where the marshland is, depending on if it's low tide or high tide, is how far up the water line comes. And here you can see some more of the other hotel buildings. So over here you have a little games area. So they have cornhole, there's a picnic bench back there, as well as a little grill. They have several locations with little grills on site. Again, the left hand side, more bike parking because you can rent bikes from the hotel, but they also do encourage you on Hilton Head Island to use bikes to get around. So that's nice that there are plenty of bike racks for you. So what you're seeing right here to the left is cart parking. There is a cart in question, and then you have a butterfly garden, which was not in bloom when we were there because it was kind of cold, but they still have a nice seating area. We're going to swing back to the cart parking. Now when I say cart parking, it's the golf cart, and that's for the staff of the hotel to utilize, not you. Cart parking for the actual trolleys that you use to get your luggage to and from the hotels, that's a little further down the path, which I'll show you later. So just another intersection where you can see a hammock over there to the right. I'm going to be zooming in to show you horseshoe games, because there are games scattered throughout the entire hotel. So this particular one right here, you have two sets of horseshoes, And we're going to pan it back over. There you can see a better view of the hammock just hanging out. There's hammocks everywhere. Discreet garbage can. And back to the sign, we're going to go to the right because, hey, there's more bike parking. But we want to go to the pool and Mercantile. Now you'll notice that each of the buildings has a name attached to it. That's how you know where you are. And over there on the left, you can see actual cart parking for the luggage carts. Now, I did zoom in on that bird back there because I wanted you to see that unlike the Magic Kingdom, you're not going to be having fake bird noises. Those are real bird noises. Here you have a mini golf, so putting green almost, where you have both child-sized putters as well as adult putters. And again, plethora of hammocks just lying around. So when we were here, this particular building was actually under construction, but by the time we left, it looks like it was ready to become operational. So the little scrimming that you see probably won't be there by the time you get there, but little look at it. It looked like they were really just doing some touch up with the landscaping and painting on this particular building. More bicycle parking, and to the right of where we're trying to go, there is a little playground for your kids. And just past the playground is, again, a little picnic area with a grill as well as seating. Now, if I remember correctly, they do the movie times here or other special stage events, because you can see right there there's a little stage. Has a nice backdrop of the marshland right there, which I will be panning around shortly so you get a general idea of where this is as well as the scenery. Okay, now we're coming up to the gate around the pool area. Now this is one of 3 entrances. You can see right just past the pool area is the Mercantile. Here are the pool hours. Now that little pool that you saw to the right is a hot tub, 3-foot hot tub. On the other side, which you'll see later, there's a little splashy pool. But you're also going to notice that the sound kind of kicks out around the pool. That's because there was just all sorts of copyrighted music playing, and I just wanted to try and avoid that. Now, as I said before, this is like during the middle of the day, so they're actually working around the hotel grounds. Now, this is one of the few Disney properties where they actually do a lot of upkeep and maintenance when the guests are still around. Now, this night might just be because of when I went, being an off-season time that they were doing a lot of repairs, so I don't know what it'll be like when you went. This is how it looks in the end of February, beginning of March. So I'm going to be quiet so you can hear some of that construction noise. Now, mind you, like I said, this was only midday. So right there was a quick little look to the side. That was the Tide Me Over restaurant, which is open until 5 if you're looking for food. There is a view of the marsh over there, as well as a walkway to get to the middle of the marsh. So, Tide Me Over restaurant. I'm trying to avoid children that are sitting there. These green doors are the double doors to the Mercantile. Over there on the right, out of frame, is a door to a gym. Here you have your beverage fill up, so you can buy a cup just like you do at any other Disney resort and have it fill up all the time. Not all the time, there's that microchip in there that limits it, but there you'd be able to get your drinks. That was a board that would show you the happenings of the day, and look, there might not be a lot of hidden Mickeys here, but here's a few right there. Alright, everywhere you're going to see these vintage signs, which is kind of cool. Here is the restrooms. We're just walking past the Mercantile area. This is a community hall, so they have activities in here, normally later in the evening time. And there's 2 entrances into here. It's a fairly large meeting hall, so it's kind of cool. Now we're just going to walk past these to the pool area, and like I said, I had to cut the sound out so that I wouldn't get copyrighted flag. It's a fairly large pool. Realistically, it's 4 feet at the deepest in the middle there. It kind of breaks up into these 2 different sides, so you can wade in on either side. Now, coming up, you see lots of seating. There is a water slide. Saw a bunch of kids having fun on it. My wife tried to go on it. She did not enjoy it as much. But coming across to the right-hand side here, just past these trees, there's a little splash pad. There's a frog that spits water into it. It's really shallow for small children. You can see their provided vests if you wanted. Now we're going to pull back and come down the stairs by the Mercantile and the quick service area. Here you can see more cornhole game toss. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish going down the stairs, and to the left of the stairs, you have 2 options. You can either go all the way to the left, and that'll bring you to the pier, or we can go to the right, which will bring us to the games area. Now here you can see Shadow's, one of Shadow's hiding spots. So again, left goes to the pier, but first we're going to go to the right, because on the right is where the poolside games are. Now, you can also see there are fishing rods to take out on the pier, but you've got a foosball table, a ping pong table, and some seating in this general area, as well as more seating for food, and there's a tic-tac-toe game on the floor there. more Disney topiaries. Now, unlike the topiaries in Epcot, these topiaries are fake. They're false topiaries. Here you have Fire Pit, which they do Monday, Wednesdays, and Sundays, I believe, were fire pits with stories and s'mores, so that was kind of cool. So we're going to walk to the end of the pier, kind of show you what this looks like on both sides. This is originally where I was going to end this video, but decided to finish the loop around the entire property. So might seem a little weird after the jump cut when we get to the end of the pier, but just giving you a heads up. So you can go fishing off of this pier, and at low tide you can see a lot of hung up fishing lures and crab traps. And this is not quite low tide, but this is low tide as it was starting. Alright, so this is just past that cornhole area when you went down from the pool overlook. So this is a further walking through the property. Here you've got a bocce ball court, as well as, more looking around at the other buildings and hammocks and another seating area, and that was a large game of chess. Now, when you're walking around, be sure to look down because you'll see Shadow's footprints in the asphalt every now and then. It's not all the places, but it's in a few places. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this path towards the water because, like I said, it's an island on an island, and there is a nice walk that you can do from the front of the hotel grounds all the way to the back of the hotel grounds along the water there. And because this is a fairly long walk, we're just going to jump ahead. And I'm doing that because I wanted to show you there also is a basketball court, small basketball court, on this side of the hotel grounds. So the side that's closest to the water, there's a place that you can play ball. And again, coming further up the walkway, just to show you, it is an active dock, so there's always going to be boats in there. There's going to be some birds. There's a sign that says no fishing on this side of the hotel, as well as to look out for manatee. Don't feed the manatee. So I didn't see any when I was here, but you might. Now, I'm going to be speeding up a little bit because it's about this point that it started raining, but I wanted to finish this sidewalk. So that's the bridge that you take coming into the hotel. So that's what you saw at the beginning of the video. So it connects this little island to the rest of the island. And I, thought that was kind of cool. I would generally go out at night and walk along this, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. It's nice and quiet. There's no traffic. The hotel across the way doesn't have anything going on. So it's nice. It's peaceful. So now we're going to be going into the main lobby. This is one of those transitions. I took this at like 11:30 at night because I wanted to make sure I didn't get anybody in here. Look, hidden Mickey right there. Staff is normally visible in here until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, after which it kind of empties out and you get this quiet, peaceful look that you're looking at right now, although there is always somebody reachable. Now, the keys behind the desk are just theming. You actually get a digital key with an RFID chip in it to access the doors, but I thought that was kind of cool. It's kitschy, it's nice. So you've got things that are going on, telephone, old-fashioned telephone. Now, there are other rooms past those double doors, so you can have rooms on this floor. Restrooms will be located right down there for the main lobby area. There is a rentals place, so if you want a bike or things of that nature, you can talk to somebody here. The rentals are underneath, which I'll show you later. On this side table to the left, at 3 o'clock, there's cookies, but there's always something to drink, and depending on the weather, it can be lemonade or hot cider or things of that nature. Coming into this area, this is the gaming or recreational hangout area. You can see nice falsetto fireplace, TV, comfy chairs. My wife and I hung out in here quite a bit because we were playing pool. So there is a pool table that you can utilize. Just past the pool table on the right there, out of view, there's a keepsake picture studio thing that you can do. You don't need to have PhotoPass to use it, but if you have PhotoPass, it will send it to your digital PhotoPass, or it will just print it off. Sadly, I didn't quite get a picture of it, and it's just to the left. But yeah, kind of zooming in. I like this style of decor, personally. Coming out of that area, there's a little space where there is, again, another game of cornhole, as well as a ping pong table just there, as well as a fire pit, but never saw it used and don't know if it was for cast members only or if the general public could use it, but it's there. Now, coming down the stairs, this is the view that I had from my room. This little center courtyard area is not actually a center courtyard because, well, it's only for buildings 11, 12, and this guy here. But I'm swinging around this way because there is, quote-unquote, underground parking underneath building 11. Now, it fills up very quickly, so chances are you won't get parking here. But there are spots under here, as well as the bike rental pickup is down there. So you can see there's the bike rentals area. But coming from underneath the parking garage area is another little kind of hidden away recreational area. This is, again, one of the places that my wife and I hung out quite a bit. There's a picnic area, there's a little grill, there's plenty of tables, there's 2 seats out there, there's a hammock overlooking the marsh. It's very nice. And also a horseshoe court. So the look that we had from one of the overlooks from our floor, again, there's a place to sit and just people watch or marsh watch, whatever. There is a breezeway here, and when I say breezeway, I mean it was breezy all the time through here, which in the summer months would probably be really, really good because it's a way to cool off. There you can see our room, little anniversary sticker up there. And again, going back, they have these old signs everywhere, which includes the breezeway. So we're going to stop. We're going to look at a couple of them just so you kind of get that retro feel. And coming up the front here, this is the top portion. So just above where you saw at the beginning of the video, the person will wave at you. Here's a cast member only area. Here's the elevator I was referencing before, but they do have stairs as well. And that's building 12 over there, which is attached via this walkway. Here is the parking area for buildings 11 and 12. There's lots of parking, but you might have to walk a little further. Like I said, this was the area for the cast member to wave at you.